Guess these MLB teams based on where their players played amateur baseball.
So just looking through the infield, an Oregon first baseman, a second baseman from UCLA, a shortstop from the DR, and then a Wisconsin high schooler in left field, which, by the way, there are not a lot of big leaguers that come out of Wisconsin. So when you look up and down that lineup, especially with an Oregon first baseman, this is the Reds, right?
That is the Reds, you're correct. Gavin Lux is the one in left field. The only two options, really, for the Wisconsin high schoolers are Lux and Jared Kelnick, who just got recalled.
I mean, they are the two highest drafted players out of the state of Wisconsin ever. So yeah, there's not a ton of options. And then again, UCLA second baseman, Oregon first baseman, paired with the shortstop from the DR. You just look at it and say, yeah, that's the Reds.
Back to Pac-12, baby. All right, how about this next team?
This next one's a little harder. Shortstop from Florida State, third baseman from the DR, first baseman from Mexico. That one's interesting.
I don't think that's going to be the one to give it away, though.
I don't know. What would you say would give it away? I feel like this is a little bit of a tough list all around.
How about the second baseman? I feel like that sticks out the most.
That's what I was looking at. And if you had to pick one, you would say to yourself, yeah, there's not a ton of guys that come out of Maryland and get to the big leagues and stick as starters. So that one I'm looking at. I'm just trying to think about what other clues could give me a hint or two here. Georgia Tech in center field, a Georgia high schooler in right. If I had to guess, just to go off this list and to think about the Maryland second baseman, the one that would jump out would be Brandon Lau. So is it the Rays?
This is the Rays, yeah.
Nice. So the Florida State shortstop is
Taylor Walls, and that's Jonathan Aranda at first base.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, Aranda, once you had Brandon Lau at second, it's like, yeah, that's the first baseman from Mexico. So then that makes Yandy Diaz the DH from Cuba.
That is correct. And the catcher is the most recent addition to the team.
Yeah, that list is definitely a little harder, but you're right. The Maryland second baseman, that's probably the biggest hint.